Yo, what's going on, guys? We're Tag935. We're back again with another video, and as you're all aware, Black Ops 6 Zombies hype is absolutely real right now. There's been like I've not seen this amount of information regarding zombies in like the longest time. I'm super hyped. It is absolutely unreal. But what I want to talk to you about in this video is Gobblegums. All right, so as we all knew, Gobblegums were returning. Mr. Peaks, the whole Gobblegum machine, Chew Till You Die, all that kind of stuff. It's all back. We know it was coming back. However, there's some information came out today that obviously we weren't aware of. Now, we knew there was a few Gobblegums returning. However, it looks like there are like 18 to 20 guaranteed Gobblegums that we know of, that we know what's coming. Some new, some returning, and obviously with some potential ones that we kind of guess will be coming in the future, either on launch or in coming DLCs or whatever else. All right, but some of the things I want to talk about first before we go into the actual Gobblegums, okay, is how the Gobblegums are actually going to work. All right, now like BO3, now at first in BO3 when they first came out, okay, it didn't quite work like this, but towards the end they brought out a thing where basically at the beginning of every round the first Gobblegum you picked was going to be free. Okay, that is returning. The first Gobblegum of every round will be free, which is absolutely sick. Love that. I don't know how much it's going to cost after that. We'll have to wait and see till when the game comes out, until we see any kind of like gameplay, maybe at COD Next, who knows. The next thing is that you are actually going to be able to hold 3 Gobblegums. So before, what would happen is you go to the Gobblegum machine, hit the Gobblegum machine, you get the Gobblegum, and you would just take it instantly, and then you would have that ability. If it was Perkaholic, you get the perks instantly, or if it was something like Fire Sale, you would get a bunch of Fire Sales, which you'd then hold up on the D-pad, you'd activate them, and you'd use them as and when. All right, but from the looks of things, we're going to get 3 Gobblegums that we can hold at any given time and then activate them whenever we wish. Okay, so you get them kind of like, you know, like a mystery box. You get a mystery box, you get a gun, you know, you can hold it in your stash, that kind of thing. All right, the next thing as well is we're going to get like a Gobblegum loadout. All right, so very similar to how it worked previously, and I'll show you some footage when we go through the Gobblegums themselves from BO3. But basically, you can have a Gobblegum loadout where you're basically going to pick whichever Gobblegums you want to go into each game with. Okay, so if you want to go in there and you want to take, say, Perkaholic, for example, when you were doing like Horizon, you were taking near-death experience for the boss fight, because you knew that if you went down, all the player would have to do is run near you, you'd come straight back up, and you'd have all your perks, everything would stay, you wouldn't lose them. So really OP in certain situations. So you're going to be able to create a class specific to the map you're going to go into, or for a specific Easter egg, or what have you. Now, the other key thing as well, which we're hearing, is that you can actually change these mid-game as well. So you could have like, I don't know, like a class of Gobblegums that like save you money or make you money, so like shopping free, double points, stuff like that. And then you can have another one which is like Perkaholic, I don't know, like nuke power-ups or whatever it might be. You can basically set these to whichever play style you need and change them mid-game, which is absolutely OP. So effectively you can create a class of 5, but that's not really the case. You can actually have like, you know, a class of 5 of them. You could effectively have every single Gobblegum you own in the game and just change it mid-game depending on circumstance, which is absolutely OP. The possibilities are going to be literally endless. Okay, now how are we going to earn these Gobblegums? Now, I like this because before you used to have to get liquid divinium and all that kind of good stuff, and then you go into the factory and you'd like craft these Gobblegums. Well, now it's still going to be random, but you're going to earn them as you play. So as you play, kind of like, I suppose, it's you used to earn divinium, but instead of earning divinium, you're just going to get the Gobblegum straight away. All right. Now, obviously, things like Perkaholic are going to be super rare, so the chances of you actually getting yourself a Perkaholic are going to be quite slim. However, you're going to earn these Gobblegums as you play the game, and they're going to like obviously go into your stash. All right. Now, this is actually really cool, is that you don't lose these Gobblegums unless you use them. All right, so if you go into a game and you craft 3 Gobblegums, but you don't actually use them, you just keep them in your pocket just in case, and then you have an absolute mare and go down, fear not, you will keep that Gobblegum. It will not go away from your stash. So if you've got like 20 Perkaholics and you've got one in your bag and you go down, don't worry, you'll come out of the game, you'll still have 20 or 15, whatever number it was you started with, you are going to have them. All right, so that is absolutely sick. Okay, now the next thing is that these Gobblegums are going to be broken down into different like rarities. So we're going to have rare Gobblegums, epic Gobblegums, legendary Gobblegums, ultras, and then the whimsicals will be returning. So that is absolutely sick. Right, so slightly different rarities. I'm going to cover them again now. Surely we're going to move across to a different screen in a second, and I'm going to go through the Gobblegums that we know that are coming, some new, some returning. But I'm going to go through all of them now, so I'll see you on the next screen. I said to you before, Gobblegums are going to be returning. You're going to have yourself like basically almost like a Gobblegum class, okay? Now, as you can see here, you've got your Gobblegum packs from BO3, and you had 5 Gobblegums that you could pick. You go into that game, and those Gobblegums would be in the Gobblegum machine, okay? And if you had like 25 million percolics, then you could have, you could hit this Gobblegum machine 25 million times and you would have a chance of getting a percolic, okay? Now, this is going to work very similar. The difference being, though, is before you couldn't change. So, for example, I could have multiple different packs, but I wouldn't be able to change them mid-game, whereas now I can. So I could theoretically have one Gobblegum pack full of, like, whimsical Gobblegums. I could then have another pack with just ultras, a pack for legendaries, and then mid-game, as and when I'm playing, I can switch out and kind of go through, which to me is absolutely mind-boggling. So yeah, absolutely crazy. Now, what we're going to do now is go through all of the different Gobblegums that we know that we will be getting. All right. Now, the first one is going to be a whimsical one, which is Newton's. Newtonian, negation. Okay, now if you guys remember, whenever you kill these zombies, they just shot up into the sky. Lasted for, it says 25 minutes on there. I don't know how long it lasts in the new game, but this was kind of funny. It didn't really serve any purpose, really, apart from it just being funny. There was one where they turned into like ducks as well, which was kind of hilarious. Or they had like, not turned into ducks, they had like duck like rubber dinghies around their waist and that, which was quite funny. But yeah, so this is purely for aesthetics, but yeah, it's kind of funny. I kind of like the fact they're bringing them back. It's kind of cool. As long as when I'm playing the game, I don't get like an absolute buttload of Newtonian negations instead of percolics, I won't be bothered, all right? But anyway, now this is what I'm a little bit like, I'm not really sure how this is going to work. But so, for example, stock option. Now, stock option is one of the returning perks, or Gobblegum, should I say, okay? Now, on here, this was what we called a classic Gobblegum. So a lot of people doing like speed runs and stuff would be like classic gums only or megas. So this was a classic. Now, I'm not sure what this is going to go into. I believe this is going to be like what they call like a rare. However, there are some Gobblegums that I've heard are rare but are actually in the megas on BO3. So I'm not quite sure how they're going to structure. I don't know if that means we're going to have like absolutely ridiculous Gobblegums going forward. I do not know. But anyway, stock option, that is definitely returning. Anywhere but here is another one that is actually going to be returning as well. So for those of you who are not aware, you'd pop this and you could just basically spawn anywhere in the map. Things like Zetsubo no Shima, you needed this to go and get one of the bullets for the big rifle or the big like sentry gun. So yeah, sometimes this may be needed for an Easter egg. Who knows? We'll find out when the game drops. But yeah, anywhere but here, definitely returning. Temporal gift as well. Is that not a? Is that a? I think that might be a mega actually. I'm just trying to think. Let's go through these and see if there's any here that I remember. Swordplay, that's returning. So Swordplay is another one that is actually returning. So yeah, that's obviously a classic gum that is definitely returning. And then we've got, what else have we got here? Now you see me, come see this. No, cool. So the rest of them now are going to be pretty much megas. Okay. Now the ones that I know of that are coming is Phoenix up. That is definitely coming. So we're going to get Phoenix up. That is definitely one that we're going to get from there. Profit sharing is another one we're going to be getting. I believe this was in BO3, although I'm not entirely sure where it is. Is it here? There it is, profit sharing. So that's another one that we're definitely going to be getting. It's definitely returning to Black Ops 6, which is absolutely insane. Well, so we just go through my list here, make sure I don't miss any. Phoenix up we've covered. So there is I think this might be a new one, Free Fire. Now I know I've seen this a lot of times in custom zombies maps, but this one is coming to Black Ops 6. Basically, you don't use any of your ammunition for like a set period of time. I don't know whether that's 30 seconds, a minute, I don't know. But Free Fire is coming to Black Ops 6. That is a new one. Soda Fountain, we have there. Again, that is now a rare mega. I'm not sure what that constitutes in BO6, but that on BO3 was a rare mega, but that one basically enabled you to buy an extra perk. So every time you bought one perk, you got an extra perk free up to 5 times. So effectively, it was kind of like not a perkaholic. It was almost like a half price perkaholic. So you could basically get all the perks in the game, but for half the price because you only had to buy 5. if that makes sense. I hope I explained that well. But anyway, so you've got Soda Fountain. That is definitely one. Perk Up as well. That is basically on the house. On the house, as you can see there, you get yourself a free perk. But this is now going to be called Perk Up, I believe. So again, new one that we're going to be getting there. Next one that I want to look at then is Killjoy. So basically spawning an insta-kill. There you go, Killjoy. This was a rare mega in BO3, but in BO6, I'm not entirely sure what they'll be, but Killjoy, spawn yourself an insta-kill. You've then also got a new one that's called Shields Up. Now, there was like, I want to say in Black Ops 4, there was something that they like basically gave you like full shield or whatever. I know you got carpenters and stuff like that, but this Shield Up is like a slightly different one. I think it like buffs your like sort of like your health or your plate resistance for like a set period. Not entirely sure, but again, we'll see that out when it comes out, when the game actually comes out. Another returning one then is wall power. That's crate power. We want wall power. Where's wall power? Where are you? Wall power. Wall power is definitely one of these. Where is it? Let's find it. Where are we at? Wall power. That's crate power. Wall power, there we go. So wall power, that is definitely returning. We knew that anyway from the little Mr. Peaks TV teaser that we got before. Cashback, another returning Gobblegum that we knew we were going to be getting anyway. The next one, we did have Temporal Gift. There it is. It is one of the megas. So again, Temporal Gift, that just basically allows all of the power up. So if you kill a zombie and you get double points, it'll stay there for a little bit longer. So you could maybe like, I don't know, flip the round and then start a new round with double points, maximize that like at, point tally, because obviously sometimes it will drop it, you end up flipping around and you end up taking ages for the zombies to spawn, in which you can wait for a nice big horde, hit the double points and boom, maximize that points thing. So that's cool. So we definitely got that one coming back. One of the new ones that I think is actually, I think it's going to be very, very OP, especially for speed running. I think this is going to be good for speed running. And that is a new one called the Wunderbar, which is basically you will guarantee yourself a wonder weapon or the rare weapon, whatever you want to call, from the map on the next box spin. Okay, so if there's a wonder weapon in the game, or maybe the ray gun, something like that, you're going to get yourself out of the box. Now we all know what it's like speed running. So like Firebase C, for example, you needed the Ray K. If you didn't want to build it, you basically had to rely on box luck to get it out of the box straight away in order to like get that speed run done as quick as possible. This is going to speed that up no end. So the speed runners out there probably going to absolutely love Wunderbar. That's going to be absolutely insane. And then we've got full wall-to-wall clearance. I don't think that was in. Did we have that before? It sounds kind of familiar, but I don't remember seeing it. But basically, wall buys, I think, are like free. I want to say free. You can basically buy any weapon off the wall and it's going to be free. So that's kind of cool. Wall-to-wall clearance. I'm sure I've seen that one before. But like I said, there's so many here. And it's been an absolutely insane couple of like hours on the old zombies front. One of the next ones is Respin Cycle, which is there. Now, this, I never used this in BO3 really. I didn't really see the point. It was a bit of a meh Gobblegum. Never really used it. However, on Black Ops 6, I'm hearing that basically when you use this Gobblegum, it pretty much guarantees that the next spin will be a higher rarity. So if you spin the box and you get like a purple rarity, you spin it again, you're going to get legendary, right? Which is, I think, is actually kind of cool. If you get legendary, does that mean you're guaranteed the wonder weapon? I don't know. Again, we're going to have to test this out, do a bit of myth busting, but insane. I think that might actually make that Gobblegum sort of semi-usable, because like I said beforehand, never really used it. And then last but not least, the one we know, obviously one of the most OP in the game, is obviously Perkaholic, ultra rare mega there. That's going to be an ultra in Black Ops 6. But yeah, Perkaholic, absolutely insane Gobblegum. Absolutely loved it. It was incredible. Now, a few there that haven't been mentioned that I'm surprised that we've not seen or heard about, which I feel like are going to come to the game at some point, is things like Fire Sale. I mean, that's got to come in, right? Surely. Double points again. I've not heard that mentioned yet. It's going to come in surely. What else is there as well that I feel like it's going to shopping free? Shopping free is maybe a very OP one. And Raindrops. I feel like Raindrops has got to make an appearance as well. And obviously, we're all hoping Killing Time, obviously, for the pizza fans out there, we all hope Killing Time makes an appearance. Hopefully, your boy Pizza done his magic and managed to convince Treyarch to get them to add that in a future DLC. But Some of these, for me, have to be returning. I feel like they will do. So, yeah. Anyway, that's pretty much going to sum this up because I need to make other videos and other stuff. But, yeah, Gobblegums, absolutely buzzing to see these coming back. The possibilities are endless with, you know, Easter eggs, with, like, speed runs and, like, you know, the possibilities are endless with Gobblegums. I'm really looking forward to it. What are your guys' thoughts? Let me know in the chat down below what you're most looking forward to. Which Gobblegum is going to be your go-to? Which one are you most looking forward to getting? And yeah, smash that like button, subscribe if you're new, and I will see you all on the next video. So yeah, without further ado, take care, much love, and peace.